Now, this week we saw heightened activity at the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC. The electoral body began what it calls enhanced voter registration exercise in preparation for the 2022 general election. Now, this is an important part of this experiment we call democracy. After being on the job for 5 years, those who govern are compelled by the Constitution and other laws to humble themselves and return to you, the voter, to either renew their mandate or give them the red card. But do we truly understand the gravity of the moment we are currently in? When politicians stand and tell us that the vote is your bullet, wewe kama mpiga kura unajua kura hiyo ni kama bazooka. It's your only weapon in the civic space. Votes make or break a nation. Kura yako itaamua. Serikali nzuri iingie ukipiga kura au serikali mbaya ukikosa kupiga kura. And indeed, the framers of our constitution understand the value of one vote. They wrote it in the law that for one to be elected president, he or she needs to have 50% of the vote plus one. That is to say that just one vote over and above the 50% mark is enough to push one over the top and deliver them to State House. IEBC statistics show that the 2013 vote was won by 8,000 votes only. This means in the millions of voters, there are those 8,000 who decided the fate of the 2013 elections, even though these numbers were disputed in the Supreme Court. But in that one vote, electors decide on the government they want. In fact, it has become commonplace to hear Kenyans telling fellow Kenyans that we get the government we deserve. This is often in reference to the unfulfilled promises of the Jubilee administration, whether it's about the bursting debt ceiling or failed promises like that famous 9-stadium joke or that heartbreaking computer per child pledge. It all boils down to, we are told, how you voted. So in a way, those who say that you as a voter gets the government you deserve are right. Of course, assuming every vote is counted, tallied, and declared. If voters get the government they deserve, then the necessity of the voter cannot be overemphasized. And if this is the case, then the need for civic education is paramount. Every voter has the right to not only make an informed decision, but also the right to access the necessary civic education to enable that informed decision-making. I want to hope that when voters walk to polling stations on the 9th of August 2022, they'll walk in knowing a bit more than just a candidate of their clan, tribe, family, or ethnic background. I want to believe the voter will be educated enough that the next president will have a mountain of challenges, a majority of them beyond the parochial interests of an ethnic elite. There'll be the question of the national debt, for instance, something that is not only in trillions, but also defies translation into any of the local languages. The next president will deal with the national debt in English at best, in Chinese maybe, or in Swahili perhaps, when explaining it to Mama Mboga. People, what I'm just saying here is that the next election should be about an informed voter and an informed decision at the ballot. And so to me, I find a no more crucial curriculum right now beside the CBC, the education of every voter. So this memo is in many ways addressed to the IEBC, which runs our vast voter education component and the myriad of civil society groups which are at this moment processing voter education proposals for the consideration of donors. The blackboard is out there for you, IEBC and the civil society. Go ye and teach. Go ye and empower that voter. For as they say, knowledge is power. That is my memo.